Good day, my fellow Nigerians. In this conversation, I want to remind us of the importance of faith and patience in the pursuit of our career goals. Now, in life, a lot of us have lost faith. Now, when I say I've lost faith, I do not necessarily mean that we're not doing things to earn money. Rather, what I mean is that a lot of times, a greater percentage of the things we do to earn money is as a result of lack of faith in ourselves. We lack faith, hence we're very desperate. Hence we do things from this perspective of do or die. And yes, money will come out of it. But at the end of the day, there is not that soul satisfaction that comes from doing what you're supposed to do. Because the moment you lack faith, you derail from your calling. You move away from your calling. And you start doing something solely for the aim to earn money. You say, true success in life goes beyond money. I am not against money. I do not mean that you would not have money. But what I'm trying to say is that when you walk on your calling, everybody has a calling. But the greatest malady of our modern day society is because as we have defined success by material wealth, people have abandoned their calling. Some people will tell you, if you do what you're supposed to do, it will take a lot of time for you to make money. So because it will take a lot of time, a lot of us move away from that direction and start doing other things. But just like the Holy Writ said, what shall it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Your soul is your calling. You have to discover yourself for who you are, the purpose for which you were born, the reason why you were created. When you discover that purpose, the next step is to walk in the line of that purpose. To begin to do that thing that you are called to do. In the beginning, money will not flow. But according to the principles of leadership, anything that you put your will behind, anything you put your effort behind, anything you put consistent hard work on, it will always grow. Because growth is a constant thing in life. So, having faith in life implies that you do those things that you are supposed to do. And you have the patience, the wisdom, the knowledge, the skill set to grow that thing from point A to point B without excessively doing negative things to earn money. Now, if you look at our society of today, a lot of young men have become Yahoo boys. A lot of people are doing unscrupulous things. A lot of people are stealing in their place of work. They are thieving in their office. Sometimes some of us think that it's only the government circle or is in government that stealing takes place. There is more stealing in the private sector than in the public sector. Even in the religious circle, the stealing there is times 10. Everybody is doing irresponsible things that are not based on morally sound values. And yet we want the society to grow. It cannot grow. And this is the reason why we will continue to see one mess after the other in our political scene. Because the politicians are not different from the people they are politicking or they are leading. So they know in their heart of hearts that you are as worse as they are. So your cries wouldn't get to their ears. Because the leadership of a people is a reflection of the noble ideals of those people, the cherished ideals, the values they enshrine in their way of life. So as a nation, if we desire real growth, then we have to start doing what we're called to do. And not to look at making excessive money at the detriment of every other person. at the detriment of our own soul. The first step is to identify who you are. Know your calling. Know your purpose. Secondly, work on your purpose. Now, sometimes in life, as a result of where we are and the things we've done before now, you find out that you may not be able to do that which you are called to do. In such a case, what I will advise is start small. If you're working somewhere to earn money, but your calling is in something else, invest some of your energy. It could be 10%. Invest it in that your calling. You can invest it by researching and knowing more about your calling. You can invest it by strategizing how you can start doing that calling in a small way. Research on how to start doing that calling as a side hustle. When you do that, you begin to master your calling. Life is all about self-mastery. And if you cannot master yourself, yourself will master you. And you become like a ship being pulled by the ocean current, not by the captain of the ship. I'll leave to your imagination what will happen to that ship. So, if we must achieve a great nation, Nigeria, we have to go back to the roots. Go back to yourself. Do those things that you are called to do with patience. Don't do anything out of desperation. Don't do things because you want to make money. Do things because you are called to do it, and money will flow. Because the truth is, seek ye first righteousness, and every other thing shall be added unto you. What is righteousness? Righteousness is doing what is right. What is right? Right is doing the thing that's the real purpose for your creation. Sin is missing the mark. That is the original meaning of sin, missing the mark. So if God designed you to do something and you came to earth, you acquired all the money, you did all the things out of desperation, you got all the money you wanted, you built all the estate you wanted, and you drove all the big cars you wanted. But you failed to achieve that which you have been called to. You have sinned. And the greatest sin we can sin is a sin against ourselves. I believe that, not just that I believe, experience has shown in life that people have started with nothing and grew into something greater than themselves. There are billionaires who started with nothing as first generation millionaires and billionaires. Now, this implies that whatsoever thing you are doing, you have the capacity to grow it. You can grow it and it becomes super successful. Because success is not in the career. Success is not in the job. Success is not in the things you are doing. Success starts within you. When you think successfully, then you will reproduce that success in the things you are doing. Someone can open a pure water company and make millions out of it. Someone can inherit a pure water company and fold it. Someone can start with a savings and loan company and open a bank. Someone can inherit a bank and fold it. Someone can start up a company and grow it to become a $1 billion company and transfer it to the next generation, and the company dies within 10 years. There is a secret, there is a key to the growth of organizations and leadership. That is why you have companies like Heineken, 100 and something years. You have some companies 400 and 300. And that is because they mastered the key of leadership and growth, patience. But look at our $1 million companies The CEO is the chairman, the director, the finance controller, the everything. So the day the man has headache and he's in the hospital, that company has grounded. The day the man dies, give it a few months, company will be erased from the book of history. Because it's either the children who lack leadership skill will tear the company apart, everybody will drag what he wants. Everybody will want to get as much as he can. Nigeria is a great nation. We have resources. We have manpower. We have natural resources. I'm not talking about crude oil and other stuffs in the ground. I'm talking about the human resources in the minds of you and I. Hence, we can achieve a great nation. We can do better. We can grow our nation. Because the failure of a nation is as a result of the failure of the people in the nation. A nation is made up of individuals. It's just like a building is made of blocks. The block is made of sand, cement, and water. The roof has ceiling, has zinc or aluminium, and it has wood. The inside of the house has protector. It has paint. It has doors. It has furniture. It has bed. All this constitute the house in itself. So also in life. The little things we do in our career, in our calling, in our burning passion, creates the success we desire. So if we have to express our faith, it is to look into ourselves and find out what we need to do to make it work. Because there's a saying in China that it is man that makes the way great, not the way making man great. What that implies is that as a person, it is your sole responsibility to find a way to make your calling work. You have to make it work. Because life will not do that for you. Life will only give you the experience you need to mold you, to build you, to strengthen you, so you can manifest your dreams. There's a saying by Norman Cousin. He said, people are never more insecure than when they become obsessed with the fear at the expense of their dream. Now, there's this thing about life that when you derail, when you leave what you're calling and you're doing something because you want to earn money, even when that money comes, there is a fear in you, there is a dissatisfaction in you, there is an anger in you, there is pain within you. Because you know that you are not actually doing what you are supposed to do. And you stifle your growth because you won't be growing. You can't learn. So, Celine Dion once said something. She said, in one of her tracks, she said, I'll stand for my dream as a symbol of my faith in who I am. When you stand for your dream, when you walk in your goals, your dreams, your calling, when you walk in the path of your calling, you build faith, you build strength, you build wisdom, and you build courage, most importantly. because it takes a lot of courage for you to move from where you are to the next level. So you begin to build real courage in life, and you begin to strengthen yourself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and otherwise, because you begin to face life from who you are. And just like the saying goes that one with God is majority, when you do this, you strengthen yourself and you begin to manifest energies and powers you never knew you had. Because the truth about life is that where you thought you will break is not where you will break. You are more powerful than you ever thought, or than you have ever known. You're greater, you're stronger, you are better, but you have to push yourself to the limit for you to be able to manifest that is within you. Nigeria is a great nation. I believe in Nigeria, and I believe we can make it better. This seems like a difficult task, especially at this point in time when the leadership has disappointed us. But having a strong faith in ourselves is a key to great leadership. So work on your dreams. Discover your dream. Discover your calling. Discover your primary responsibility to humanity and walk in that path. Build the path from the faith, from the abundance of faith that is within you, and life will become a better place. Elias Stanley is my name, a motivational speaker, and I can inspire you on the path of your growth. If you need inspiration, if you need questions, or if you have questions you want to ask with respect to your career, you can leave it down, or you could contact me from my profile, and I'll be of great motivation to you. Thank you for listening. Cheers. Good day, my fellow Nigerians. In this conversation, I want to remind us of the importance of faith and patience in the pursuit of our career goals. Now, in life, a lot of us